Vanasmaltadapoli. I'm sure these words resonate with you when you think of Ajja. He truly was happy when he was around his people and family. This was most obvious on our dining table, when he would make sure we all sat together and ate. He never said much, but you couldn't miss the childlike glee across his face. Or after a Satyanarayana puja, where he would smile year to year and say, Bari Edand. Ajja was born in Santur on 11th March 1924, where he studied till grade 8. And for someone who only studied till grade 8, he spoke surprisingly fluent English. Not just that, but he also possessed a vast knowledge on legal matters, Vastu, construction, and horoscope. He left for Bombay to work in a bookstore as he had lost his father early, and most of the family responsibilities were shared by him and his brothers. He'd always say he missed his beloved mother's Sarnath death. His tenure in the city of dreams was rather short-lived, and for good reason. He moved to the city of Nawabs, which he'd call Yenna Karma Bhumi. He came to Hyderabad in 1949 out of curiosity to see what was left of the city after the annexation of the princely state to become a part of India. He'd say, Mulpa police action ai bokka tada andandu tukan battini. Soon enough, he joined Mysore Cafe, a restaurant that was run by Mr. Sitaram Rao and his brothers. Ajja always dreamt big, planned little but worked hard. This formula worked for him, where he took Mysore Cafe to a 72-room full-fledged hotel built on Mrs. Sarojini Naidu's property called the Golden Threshold. While he was running Mysore Cafe, he lived with the Rao family and grew so close to them that they would say, "We're not 3 brothers, but 4. This is the sort of impact Ajja would have on people. He later went on to expand the business to Dwaraka Hotel as well. Tourist, an iconic hotel of that time, was started along with Ajja's partner Mr. Janaki Ramaraju in 1965 and was inaugurated by the then Chief Minister Mr. Brahmananda Reddy. The business had seen great success, so he wanted to expand it and had finalized a land for a new property, but was cautioned against it because of the Telangana agitation at that time. Ajja went on to diversify and invested in a dairy farm. He would always tell me about the beautiful Jersey cows he had gotten from Haryana. Neither the farm nor these beautiful cows stood a chance to fight the Deccan summers. So Ajja did what he does best. He started Tourist Home at the same property that he had initially identified, which needless to say did well. A lot of people from his district had gotten jobs here. Tourist was more than just a hotel. It was a way of life for Ajja, a place where he could bring his people and build a home away from home. Countless number of people who travelled from Mangalore reaped the benefits of Tourist and Ajja's hospitality. In fact, the Hyderabad Bansanga was formed here and operated from Tourist in its early years. Ajja called it Tourist but thought of it as a home, probably why he named the second venture Tourist Home. For Ajja, things like education, spirituality, and charity mattered the most. He had generously contributed towards these causes all his life. Even today, there is an Annadana for all devotees in his name once a year at the Subramanya Swami temple. Apart from this, he had also contributed to the World Bunds Federation and for the construction of buildings by other sanghas. Ajja had many names: Tiger, Angry Young Man, and so on. Dodappa had once told me, "You guys have never really seen the real Ajja." Well, this is the Ajja we saw. Ajja has built many relationships and friendships in his life and genuinely cared for these people. He would reminisce each story over and over again with the people he met because they really meant a lot to him. These memories were his life's true treasures. He would travel to the airport to receive guests at the age of 95, constantly checking up on his friends and family, wishing them well. Nobody who came home left without having dinner or lunch. He would look to extend people's stay by a couple of days and feel bad when someone left early. He was a truly hospitable man. All this was possible because of his beloved Malu. Aja may have been managing everything at the hotel, but Toda was the one making his impromptu and unrealistic plans a reality. She would do all this and more with a calm and quiet smile. Aja never spoke about it, but after Dodda passed away, he felt quiet and lonely. He would sit on his chair, sip his chai, run his fingers across the armrest in deep thought. When we would ask him what he was thinking, he would never say a word, just smile. I have lived with Aja for most of my life and sadly not long enough. Aja has been a mentor, a father figure, a pillar, a friend, and so much more to all of us. He was a part of every up and down in our life, and it feels empty not having him sit on his chair, run his fingers across the armrest, and smile.